Manila, Philippines, a strong earthquake set off landslides and damaged buildings in the northern Philippines on Wednesday, killing at least 4 people and injuring dozens. In the capital, hospital patients were evacuated and terrified people rushed outdoors. The 7-magnitude quake was centered in a mountainous area of Abra province, said Renato Solidum, the head of the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, who described the mid-morning shaking as a major earthquake. The ground shook like I was on a swing and the lights suddenly went out. We rushed out of the office, and I heard screams and some of my companions were in tears, said Michael Brillantes, a safety officer of the Abra town of Landslides, near the epicenter. It was the most powerful quake I've felt and I thought the ground would open up, Brillantes told the Associated Press by cell phone. At least 4 people died, mostly in collapsed structures, including a villager hit by falling cement slabs in his house in Abra, where at least 25 others were injured. In Benguet province, a worker was pinned to death after a small building that was under construction collapsed in the strawberry-growing mountain town of La Trinidad. Many houses and buildings had cracked walls, including some that collapsed in Abra, where President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., who took office less than a month ago, planned to travel Thursday to meet victims and local officials. Marcos Jr. told the news conference he was in his office at the Riverside Malacanang Presidential Palace complex when the chandeliers began swaying and making clanking sounds. It was very strong, he said of the ground shaking. The Red Cross issued a picture of a 3-story building precariously leaning toward a debris-covered road in Abra. A video taken by a panicking witness showed parts of an old stone church tower peeling off and falling in a cloud of dust on a hilltop. Patients, some in wheelchairs, and medical personnel were evacuated from at least 2 hospitals in Manila, about 200 miles south of Landslides, but were later told to return after engineers found only a few minor cracks on walls. The quake's strength was lowered from the initial 7.3 magnitude after further analysis. The quake was set off by movement in a local fault at a depth of 10 miles, the institute said, adding it expected damage and more aftershocks. The Philippines lies along the Pacific Ring of Fire, an arc of faults around the Pacific Ocean where most of the world's earthquakes occur. It is also lashed by about 20 typhoons and tropical storms each year, making it one of the world's most disaster-prone countries. A magnitude 7.7 quake killed nearly 2,000 people in the northern Philippines in 1990.